Stadium. And now your host, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your official MC of Operator Stadium, Rutledge Wood.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us here. Last day of CONEXPO. I'm Rutledge Wood. Such a treat to be here. I've been the host all week of Operator Stadium, and we've had so much fun doing it. You know, whether you know me from NASCAR on NBC, maybe Hyperdrive on Netflix, maybe even Top Gear on the History Channel, you know that I love all things cars and trucks. If it's got an engine, I'm interested. So I've been a Caterpillar fan for as long as I can remember. And the reason I want to be here is to see these amazing machines and the incredible operators that we have in them today. Because really, at the end of the day, everything they do, their work matters. And that's what we love. But one thing we want to tell you is safety is our first priority here at Caterpillar. So everybody, take a look at the big screens. I want to remind you of a couple things before we get going. If you need ear protection, there's dispensers in each of these grandstands. Most importantly, please do not lean on or climb over the stadium barrier. For safety concerns, reach out to a CAT rep in the red shirts or security personnel. And your health is important too. There are hand sanitizer stations located in the stadium. If you take any pictures, any videos while you're here, we'd love for you to share those. Make sure you use the hashtag CatConExpo, CatConExpo. Now, without further ado, I want to remind you why we're here. You, the owners, the operators, the fleet managers, because every single day, your work matters.
Daybreak. You push yourself out of the darkness, often gone before the rest of the house is awake. If you could stay longer with your family, you would. But they know every time you leave, you're doing it for them. Because your work matters. Today, like every day, there will be challenges to face on your job site. It could be the elements, the overtime, or something unexpected. But you stand strong because you know your employees, your customers, and your community are counting on you. To each of them, your work matters. Like a force of nature, your work transforms the world as we know it. Your skill, your unwavering resolve to do things right. These ensure your efforts will stand the test of time. Your milestones are your legacy. You are a giant. You are a doer. And your work matters to all of us.
One of the things that was so important to me was the chance to get to go to Edwards, Illinois, to the training center and really see these machines up close and really get to spend time with these operators, because they were once customers too. And that's one of the things you're really going to see here today, is how all of the things and all the technologies and all the ways that Caterpillar is trying to help, at the end of the day, it helps the customers, it helps everybody in the process. Now, a person that's really important to this whole thing today is my friend Chad Cremines, who's the field operations manager for CAT. He runs many of the company's educational initiatives like these demos. Chad, come on up, buddy. Good morning.
Good morning, buddy. How you doing?
I'm great, man. How you doing?
I'm great.
Man, it's been a wild week full of amazing demos. We've met some really incredible customers, owners, operators, and really fans of the brand too.
Yeah.
but it's all about because of what these machines do and what these incredible operators can do.
Yeah, it's absolutely. We're trying to put a story together to really help these customers understand that we're here for them because they do matter. Without them, we're nothing.
So what exactly are we going to do here today for folks?
Yeah, we're going to put on a demo. It's going to be pretty amazing in my opinion. And we're going to build a stage to put these machines up on the pedestal where they belong. We love our beautiful yellow iron, and we're going to show it off really well.
And how long is this going to take?
Roughly 30 minutes or so.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Well, I know it's going to be a big deal. I'm going to let y'all get started. I'm going to go up top and get a little better vantage point, but let's get after it.
All right, buddy. Well, I tell you what, while Rutt's going up there, let's just talk real quick about the 6 operators that it's going to take to do this in 30-minute time frame. I got a good feeling that we're going to be able to pull it off. Speaking of that, one of these 6 guys, Josh Hayes, how you doing, buddy?
Good morning, Chad. How are you today?
Great, great.
It's kind of been a long morning already. We got started early, had to flip some dirt so we can get the crew to work.
Absolutely.
But you'll notice good friend Tyler from the dealer's pulling up. Tyler's going to come out here this morning to take a look at the articulated truck as part of that customer value agreement. So we have an agreement with our local dealer, and they're focusing on extended service and preventative maintenance. And Tyler's typically the guy we work with. Seems to be working out really good for us. So while Tyler's finishing up what he's supposed to do, what I'm going to do is my pre-shift walk-around. So we expect all of our operators to do pre-shift and post-shift walk-arounds on all their equipment. Typically in the past, we used to use a paper log. It seemed to work good, but we were introduced to this new CAT Inspect app. We've been using that, and it's been working really well. So I'm going to use that with my smartphone today. We can also use a tablet as well if we'd like. So the beauty of this CAT Inspect app is I start going around this truck, it gives me different items that I should be looking at on this vehicle. That way I don't miss anything. We do it consistently all the time, which is huge. Now as I go around and look things over on this truck, if I see something that needs to be addressed, I can add a comment in here. I can even take a photo and then attach it within this app as well. So, you know, when I send this at the end of my pre-shift walk around back to the shop for Jake, then Jake, if he has any questions, typically between my comments and the photo that I attached, basically he has all the information he needs. Another nice thing about that is we've used this app to be able to go back in, take a look at something as simple as, hey, what's the life been on the loader teeth or excavator teeth, GET on the dozers or motor graders or whatever the case may be. So it's working out really well for us. I tell you what, just finished my pre-shift walk around. I'm gonna climb up in the cab. I got a load count to meet. We got some material to move, buddy.
That's awesome, Josh. I appreciate it. You know, the nice thing about these customer value agreements, they're totally customizable. If you're a one-man band or you're a contractor with 300 machines in your fleet, we can figure something out that works for you guys. And, you know, just like our customers in the field, our dealers, they're rain or shine. I mean, today, kind of a rough day in regards to getting going because of all the moisture we got last night here in Las Vegas. I think we wound up with about an inch of rain with, in my neck of the woods, it was closer to about 6 inches the way it works out here because this ground does not soak up the water. But anyway, our local dealer was here. Hey, Rudd, I see you made it up there, buddy.
Yeah, man, I'm right up here. I want to give a little shout out to Josh. Not only can he work any of these machines, but heck of a wheelman behind that UTV, I'd like to mention.
Oh, you know.
I appreciate that, Rutt.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my favorite part of the morning, we get a little bro wave here with the loaders. This is what we're going after. So, Chad, we're going to start with a little tandem loading. Tell me why that's a big deal here.
Well, it's a big deal because it's the fastest way to move material for our customers in our quarries and mine type situation. So we're trucked up right now. We got enough trucks to keep our loaders going. Sometimes it's one loader, sometimes it's an excavator. In this particular situation, we've got enough trucks to get 2 loaders going. Works out perfect. We're going to get this truck on the road as fast as possible because at the end of the day, Rutt, time is money. These 2 guys in these loaders, they're gifted operators. They work well together. And that's why we're tandem loading, buddy.
Now, this is really cool. Nathan, you're in there in the 972. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, I can, Rutledge. So yeah, this 972, a whole bunch of different things that I really like about it. The one I want to highlight, though, is this bucket. It's really easy to load. And what I mean by easy to load is it's got that Performance Series bucket on it. So it's just the floor is real long in it. You're able to get that material in there really quick. Cycle times are quicker, and at the end of the day, it just makes my job a lot easier. You tie that in with the CPM or the payload system that we have on here. we get that production numbers up and we get going really, really quick. Then on top of that, if that wasn't enough, let's throw in this joystick steering on here. So this is nothing new. It's been around since the last K series, but everything at my fingertips, forward, neutral, reverse, force feedback control when I'm steering. It makes my job easier, less fatigue at the end of the day, and great visibility. So that's just a little bit about the 972.
That's cool. You know, less fatigue ends up being more productivity, lower cost. I mean, all of these things matter. It seems like you guys really put a lot of care into that, but it also sounds like these loaders feel and operate differently. Why is that?
Yeah, it's completely intentional. I mean, we got 165 dealers across the globe, and all of those dealers have a broader range of customers, and those customers have a broader range of applications. So we've got systems that fit all of those applications. The 972 is a mechanical drive system. The 930 is a hydraulic transmission drive system. Works out great in different applications. 972 with that power shift transmission with lockup clutch helps with heat and wear and tear in like a load and carry or a heavy loading situation. Really going to keep that machine reliable for our customers for years and years to come. The 930 is a hydrostatic transmission. It provides seamless torque and speed. It's also got creep control and wheel torque control. So that's extremely important also because it's going to help give the most power to the ground and reduce tire slippage. Again, reducing owning and operating costs for our customers.
That's a big deal. Kane, you're in that one right there on the 930. What can you tell us about it?
Yeah, I'll tell you a little bit about this machine. Nathan talked a little bit about CPM. Performance Series buckets is another big thing that we have on these machines, but the thing I'd like to mention is, commonality. So this loader, yeah, it's a little bit different than the 972 that Nathan's running, but mainly the same. I do have a steering wheel in this machine, so that is one different, but with this 930, we've got a lot of features and benefits in this machine. We can set up some operator profiles. So what maybe I like to do during the day or my job task at hand, maybe I'm just loading some material into a hopper. I'm doing a lot of load and carry. I can set my ride control. I can set my kickouts. I can do all that stuff. And then if my good buddy Randy wants to move a bunch of jersey barriers and things like that, maybe he wants some snappiness to the fork. So there's a lot of options in here for sure. We've got differential lock. So if we're in some soft underfooting, with just a click of a button on this joystick, I'm able to hit my differential lock. So a little bit about the machine, Rut, so I'll give it back to you.
That's cool, buddy. Chad, it seems like there's a lot of different applications you could use these in.
Yeah, and CAT has systems for every single application. So let's say your job site, maybe you got an inch of rain in Las Vegas and it's pretty wet cohesive material, an articulated truck and maybe an excavator or maybe a loader or even a track loader for that matter. We've got a system that fits everybody's needs. Maybe we're on a large dirt job. We're building a strip mall or something of that nature, or maybe an interstate. We've got wheel tractor scrapers in the right ground condition. It's the fastest way to move material, and also you're compacting when it comes to your fill because the weight of those wheel tractor scrapers help in that situation. Those things work in a push-pull scenario. You can also maybe tag a D9 to a 627, help push that machine through the cut. You load it really fast, and then you can maintain your cut, get prepped for the next 627. And then as we move larger, we got mines and quarries where we're accommodating their needs as well. We go up to a 994, and large trucks are even let's look at a 777 and a 992. Those things are a perfect pass match. And what that means is that bucket is sized perfectly to load that 100-ton truck as quickly as possible. We target about 3 or 4 passes per truck to get him down the road as soon as we can.
That's wild. I know Josh is making that 725 look easy, but Chad, what do those cab lights on the top mean, the red and the green?
Yeah, that's a great question. So all these machines are incredibly intelligent, a lot of technology to them. All of them are communicating data back to the home base, but sometimes a simple indicator light is really all you need in regards to keeping communication crisp and clear on the job site. So that truck, it's got a light. It's green light, and when the light is green, the operator of the wheel loader or the excavator, he knows it's okay to continue to load. And then when the red light starts to flash, the operator knows, like, for example, Nathan in the 972, he knows he's got one more bucket, essentially, to throw on that truck. And when it's solid red, we know we've hit our target payload. And, Rod, that's extremely important for a couple different reasons. One, if you underload that truck 15, 20, 30 times a day, how much production are you missing out on?
Sure.
You know, if you're missing 1 or 2 or whatever tons, that's a big deal at the end of the day, and that's even bigger deal at the end of the year. So this helps our operators making sure they're hitting their production targets. But then the same thing happens if you overload it over a period of time. If you overload that truck every single time, you're going to increase wear and tear and then increase your owning and operating costs.
Yeah, it's a big deal. It's funny, that kind of technology is not an intrusive kind. It's small, it's simple, but it helps in its real-world savings.
Yes, exactly.
Wow. I just like that Josh is definitely one of the most talkative guys we got here, but I really like when he gets in and just works, you know?
Hey,
Yeah.
I'll talk if you let me.
Not yet, Josh. It's
Hey.
Friday. You look busy. Are you having a good time in there?
I'm having fun, partner. Hey, can I talk about one cool feature on this truck before you cut me off?
Of course.
All right. How about the assisted hoist feature? I love that as an operator. So what that does is, you know, when I get ready to dump the material, basically, if I activate the feature, which is on the console, if I go to neutral, basically it sets the park brake. All I have to do is flip the switch, and it automatically applies the park brake, goes to full RPM, and dumps the bed. That's pretty nice. Then all I have to do is go to drive, pull forward a little bit, go back to neutral, and then hit the lower hoist button, and then it automatically lowers, goes to full RPM, does it all for me. So that's really nice.
Man, that is cool. You make that look so easy. Speaking of easy, did you guys see the 325 just crawl on in here with Speedo at the controls? Good morning, Speedo.
Hey, morning to you, Rutledge. I had to work for that one a little bit today.
You did. I could tell. Moisture played a little difference. All right, tell us about the 325 and what you like about it.
All right, so the 325 comes through big today, getting up the hill back here with that extra power. Same exact cab that we've got on that 395 that's sitting out front. So if anybody hadn't had a chance to get out there and look at that, definitely get in there. And man, that's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to sit in the seat of that. And you know, the same exact cab that I'm in here. So programmable joystick buttons, setting this machine up to exactly what I want. So a lot of things on there. All right, there you go, Josh. A lot of options for me in the seat as the operator. So I'm going to quickly turn on payload, push of a button, and I'm going to start tracking exactly how much dirt I put in this truck. You know, with the compact radius on this machine, they're often working in really, really tight areas out in the street. So machine's able to fold up and work within one single lane of traffic. We can throw a blade on it if I need to do some backfilling. So a lot of different options out there for our customers in these things. One of the nice ones also getting in that tight areas is that E-fence, so I can set that up and not have to worry about that machine getting into a location I don't want. Easily set that up in the monitor and turn it on and off. So lots of options, great low owning and operating costs on this new 325, and really encourage you guys to come back after 3 o'clock, maybe get with Ryan Neal or Brian Stelbrink and get your questions answered from them.
That's really cool. Chad, that E-fence, man, what a difference that makes to have that kind of security. We know how many times our operators are in pretty perilous spots. To have that electronically create the boundaries for you, you don't have to watch that constantly. It sets it up, goes to work. That's a huge deal. Speaking of huge, how about that 440 that just rolled in? Tell us a little bit about that one. What makes those hand controls on the seat so important?
Yeah, that's a great question. So essentially, the controls move with the seat, giving Tyler absolute controllability regardless of the terrain, regardless of what he's digging through. It works out perfect. And I really like the adjustable response in those joysticks because that gives him finite controllability of that machine. And then I don't have to use this thing quite as much, which is pretty nice in my book. So yeah, Tyler's doing a great job for us. The joysticks work out fantastic. And then our product group down in North Carolina, they recognize that our customers, so all these folks around here today that are watching, these folks are putting these machines in really precarious situations. And they've given us the ability to turn that seat sideways and maybe run the front or the back of the loader, whichever one he wants. So you just saw Tyler right now, he's running the front end and he's still facing rear. So he's got a dual mode capability. He can flip a switch on the joystick. He can run the front. He can run the back, helping him maybe jump a trench or anything that these customers are running these machines through. It helps them do that. It's going to work out really slick for our customers. I think they will appreciate it.
That's cool. Now, I also heard that CAT is launching 5 new backhoes this year.
Yeah, they sure are. So, again, CAT's done a great job with that lineage that they have on the backhoe loader product group. So they've got a 415 through a 430, or excuse me, a 415 through a 430. It's been a long week, Rut. Those machines are coming out. Customers are finding they're definitely more comfortable, a lot more performance, and they've got the same versatility and maybe a little bit more than our backhoe loaders have in years past.
This is cool. I love this part, getting to see so much of this come together. You know, CAT's been making tractors for a long time. They've been making dozers for almost 95 years now. The D6 XE out here in the middle is the world's first high-drive electric dozer. John Hood, you are piloting that thing. As the operator, tell us what's so special about that one. You got me, John?
Yeah, sorry about that. I thought I was good to go.
We need more coffee today. That's what I need.
Like Chad said, it's been a long week. But well, before I talk about this dozer a little bit, just want to say thanks for everybody for coming out. We appreciate it. Caterpillar really takes value in their customers and their customers' opinions, but you'll hear more about that as the show goes on as well. But these electric guided dozers, the first time I ever got one, you know, I was always kind of skeptical of them, but man, the amount of power, the amount of torque you have to the ground when you're in these machines, it's a game changer for sure. Caterpillar set a new standard with this redesigned dozer. From the power to the ground, from the operator's compartment, all the new technology features on it. And I really encourage you guys to get out here at 3 o'clock and, you know, talk to the product specialist and really get a good look at this dozer.
John, for somebody that's been running a dozer as long as you have, it seems the biggest difference is how you push with that one. Why is that such a big deal?
Both these electric drives in these machines, it gives you, like I said, more power, more torque, but it also, with the technology, gives you the ability to turn while you're under load, cutting in radiuses. You guys see me come out here, push those piles out the whole time while turning. This new electric drive technology gives you the ability to do that, and it gives you the ability to do it pretty well.
So much versatility here, and I love it. It's something that Chad, a lot of people think, oh, how much different can it really be? But then you get an operator like this in there and shows you what a difference. Not having to do your stop, start, forward, back thing over and over. That's a real deal. All right, I see the 310 is rolled out here. Nathan, you're operating that. Tell us about the 310.
I tell you what, Rutledge, you noticed I came out with the joystick steering, so that's kind of an industry-changing item on this 310. I tell you what, it makes my life a lot easier, makes my life safer. Everything's at my fingertips that I can do. So when I'm in joystick steering, I still have the ability to control the boom and the bucket and even swing the cab with a couple of the thumb rollers and buttons that are on the joystick. Another tap of the button, I can go back to standard excavator mode, you know, where I can use the foot pedals in here as well. So it's very versatile and just helps me get more productive throughout the day. You tie that in with the blade that's up front on this thing, allows me to pick up 10,000 pounds. You know, for such a small machine, it's kind of like Tyler. We call him Big Rock. You know, he can pick up a lot. Well, so can this thing. You know, so 10,000 pounds up to 8 feet high. That's a game changer.
It really is. It also seems like CAT's really paying attention to the automotive industry, trying to use a lot of the new standards that they're bring them over to the operator. Am I correct that thing's got Bluetooth in it?
You better believe it. So, you know, with all this rain and everything this morning, I wanted to set up a little playlist on my phone so I can Bluetooth right into it. So what better than a little Prince Purple Rain for today?
Oh, that's a great one. As I know, you guys are thinking about partying like it's 1999 later, so good thing with that. We also got the 150 out. This one's one of my favorites. I love getting up close to this at Edwards, Illinois at the training center. Josh, I know you love the 150. Why don't you tell everybody why?
You're right, Rutledge. I absolutely love this machine. Before I talk a little bit about the features and benefits, I just want everybody to know, you know, that the Caterpillar motor grader product line is all about choices today. So, you know, this machine, obviously the 150, completely joystick controlled for the steering and all of the implements. But we also have another choice, the steering wheel and lever machine. A lot of customers I've been talking to this week didn't know that that's actually available now through Caterpillar, but yes, it is. So if you're looking for a joystick machine, this 150 is your machine. If you're looking for steering wheel and levers, that 140 that's out right behind gate number 2, I encourage you to go take a look at that thing. It's really nice. But might be a lot of people wondering about the Cat Grade 3D massless on this machine. So this is going to be a game changer. We have the receivers on top of the cab and the mainframe, so that gets the components away from being on top of the moldboard. So I'm going to make just a rough pass here to put a slope on this stage, as Chad said. This is a perfect example of where mass could be an issue for the operator. I have a lot articulation, have some wheel lean, I have a lot of moldboard angle, and in this situation it's really easy to get the mass and receivers into the cab. You can see the heel of my board is right up next to the ladder, so a lot of times we hear you get into the glass or get into the side of the cab, so having those components up on top of the cab is really nice. It also gives me the availability to do all the functionality that this machine was originally designed for. So, I can still stay on grade and stay accurate and still lean the wheels, pitch the moldboard forward and backward, move the drawbar left and right, articulate anything I need to do, and I'm still on grade. Now, another feature, all-wheel drive. That's come in very handy. We were out here real early this morning, moving just mud to what you see today, so that all-wheel drive feature really came in handy today. I call it smart all-wheel drive, or just set it and forget it, kind of like a Traeger grill. You have a Traeger there, right?
You know I do, buddy.
Absolutely. So I can just set the all-wheel drive. It'll take care of itself. A 1-to-1 ratio, front tires to the rear tandems. That's really nice. I don't have to worry about setting any adjustment to make sure the hydraulic flow is right. Just go to work. So 2 pumps, 2 motors. It knows articulation angle. The machine knows steering angle, and it just does what it needs to do. So really nice. One other thing, economy mode. I've been running economy mode on this machine for 2 weeks out here. I can't tell any difference between economy mode and not. It's still a very productive machine, and it works really well.
It's awesome, man. It makes a big difference. All right, I see another excavator's made its way out. The 313 GC Speedo. Tell us about that one.
Yep, Rutledge. So I think old Velvet Fingers there, he nailed it best. He said the word choices. So Cat listens to our customers. Not everybody's doing the same work. Everybody's got their own special niche market that they're working in. So that means our machines need to be able to do the exact same thing. There's a lot of times where we don't need that loaded up technology machine. Maybe we need something a little more simple. So our 313 GC, or for that fact, any of our GC models are a little more simple, a little bit different choice, a little bit lesser offering. So almost the exact same cab as that 325 I came out in earlier. This one's still got the touchscreen display, just a little bit smaller, no big deal. I can still go in, save my preferences, and set up my different radio stations and presets and that kind of thing. So really nice on that fact that it matches, and just simple, even such simple things as just getting in up on the machine to check the oil. I don't have to do that anymore. I can check the oil in this machine from the ground and do some light, easy grading, put some work tools on it. Lots of choices, lots of options, and but I think best of all, no DEF fluid. So very versatile machine for the size, and great offering for our customers.
Thanks, Speedo. Chad, we know no diesel exhaust fluid. There are a lot of people celebrating for that. It seems like there's all these different things that are all about lowering the cost for the operator. Why was that such a key component?
Well, we got a broad range of customers, and they're asking for a broad range of items that they need to get their jobs done. So, we've got the 150 with every single bell and whistle you could possibly have. And then we have a 313 GC that doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but it's got genuine cab parts available to it through your local dealer. It's got all the capability of any other excavator out there on the market. And all you do, you go out, you turn the key, you start it, you throw a little diesel in it once in a while, and it's good to go, brother. I mean, it's exactly what some of our customers need, to be honest with you.
That's right. And speaking of customers, there are a ton of new models for 2020.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. So we just launched in the last 12 months 50 different models. And in 2020, we're planning to launch another 50 models globally. We're listening to what our customers have to say. They're telling us what they need. We're understanding it. And we're doing our best to put out a product that fits their need.
And let's not forget equipment management solutions, because you got to take care of your job site as well as your equipment, right?
Yeah, it's all about preventative maintenance. You know, I don't care what machine you're on, what car you're driving, whatever it might be, wear and tear happens. And at the end of the day, if you can help prevent that or maybe even predict it, it's going to help you stay productive and keep your O&O down. So CAT has done a great job with our equipment management. You actually have the capability to put an app on your phone and help you reduce any potential items that could fail in the future. It's a good scenario. Again, these guys, they're out there, they're doing the work, they're mobile. We've given them the ability to take their equipment management with them on their cell phone. I think it's a good system.
I mean, there's so many different technologies that CAT really recognizes are important. They're easy, they're simple, but why was it so important for them to put this technology in all of the new machines?
Well, at the end of the day, they need it, they want it. And if you're not making money, it's not going to work out for you very well. CAT is doing a great job of providing them reliable machines and reliable services to help them keep their bottom line as low as possible and bring in that revenue. That's what we're trying to do, is help them do better. And they're also helping us do better. It's fantastic. The more we listen to all these customers out here, the better that Caterpillar gets. And it's a great kind of partnership, if you will.
Yeah, it's a smart move is what it is.
Yeah.
And speaking of smart, we keep hearing about smart attachments. Tell me more.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We've got these D3 compact track loaders out here, or maybe you've got a rubber-tired skid loader, but these D3 machines, they have the capability to work with these smart attachments. And the smart attachments, we've got 3 of them right now. We just recently launched the smart backhoe loader attachment, the smart dozer blade attachment, or what you got Tyler out there on the smart grader blade attachment. And these D3 machines, when you couple with one of these smart attachments, it automatically recognizes what tool it is and then what the joysticks should be doing. So what I mean by that is, if I've got, maybe I'm a plumber and I've got a 289 D3 machine and I add a smart attachment backhoe loader, I throw that thing on and the joysticks automatically transfer over to a traditional backhoe loader control pattern, and a click of a button on my joystick and it goes right back to my skid loader controls. So I don't have to learn a new pattern. I can still stay productive, and I'm doing more with less. I can throw that thing on my 3/4 ton pickup with my trailer, head down the road, and I can have a grader blade with me, a dozer blade with me, a backhoe loader attachment. I can throw one of those on there, and that machine's even more versatile.
That's so cool. Tyler's in there right now with the smart grader blade attachment. Tyler, tell us a little bit about how that works.
Absolutely. So like what Chad said, the smart attachments and the smart technology, it's really awesome that I can just click a button and I can go back and forth to my compact tractor controls and back to the smart attachment. It's real nice having these mirrors on the front, allows me to see how much material I got in there. I got the wings, I can corral some dirt, I can put it wherever I want, being able to circle like this, so I can get right into tight spots. Like I said, my buddy Craig, I'm gonna head over to his house to do his driveway for him, put a nice crown on his long lane that he's got going back to his place, And then the last thing I gotta say about this machine, 2 words, Caterpillar got her, those 2 words are another perfect.
That's it, another perfect. You know what I love is the 299 out here that Kane's driving. We talk so much about the cab and why it's better for the operators. Tell us a little bit about from your point of view.
Yeah, we talk a little bit about the cab, a little bit bigger cab on these D3 machines, but we still have the standard, as we've always had for a while, is the sealed pressurized cab. So a lot of people don't really understand what that means for the operator, but he or she is sitting in here all day long. These machines, very versatile, a lot of hundreds of work tools we're able to put on here. So a lot of people have these little machines and they use them every day. So keeping the cab all sealed up, dust-free from the environments, whatever they may be working in, is a huge thing. So that way I can breathe nice clean air throughout the day and really get my job done. That's for sure. And then there's also all kinds of options. We've talked about options all day on these machines. I can, in the monitor here, I can change what I would like. I can change my speed. I can change how the machine is responding to my joysticks. And there's many options on these machines, which came from all the customers that are here today. So thanks for everybody being here today also.
Nice work out there, buddy. Thanks. Hey, now that we see the CS56B is out here, love watching this thing go around. John Hood, is it true that you once met Troy Aikman?
I don't like to brag a whole lot, Rutledge, but yeah, there's not a whole lot of people that have the privilege that get to shake Troy Aikman's hand, but I definitely am one of them.
Amazing. Tell us about that machine you're in, buddy.
You know, we've been talking about options and talking about, the different Caterpillar options. This has a couple nice standard, well, a lot of nice standard features, but there's also some options that you get on this machine as well. What I like to talk about first is the radar detect system. You'll probably hear it start to beep whenever I get close to the skid steer if I meet him up back there, but it'll give me an audible alarm saying, hey, there's something behind you. Even though I might not see it, I don't have to look up at my camera. I can stay focused on what's behind me. And if there's something I do miss or someone walks out behind me while I'm backing up, you'll hear that beeping start to go off. It works off radar and it's all speed sensors. So the faster I go, I don't know if you heard it right there, but
yeah,
the faster I'm going, it'll go off sooner, or if I'm going slower, it'll take a little bit longer to go off. If you pair that with the rear vision camera, it's nice. This display is right up here in front of you. They're a lot bigger now. They're a lot cleaner, a lot crisper. Pretty nice features on this machine.
Chad, where does this machine come from?
Yeah, so our paving products group is up there in Minneapolis. They do a bang-up job for us. You know, not everyone at CAT understands paving, and I'm probably right at the top of that list. I got to be honest with you. I know the black side goes up. That's about all I know. And in Illinois, we do it a little bit different. We have giant potholes, which work out really well, too. So, but the good thing is Caterpillar's got excellent machines to help accommodate whether you're doing a new paving site or maybe you're going to go in and patch some road work there. We've got pavers and tandem rollers, pneumatic rollers. We've got CS56 for soil compaction to make sure that base and that foundation is solid as a rock. We've got all kinds of options, road reclaimers and soil compactors, just like we spoke of earlier. Those guys do a bang-up job, buddy.
When you talk about solid as a rock, how about that UTV you got to ride in on earlier? I love this thing.
Yeah, I'm glad it's as well built as it is because I've seen Josh drive. Frankly, most rental cars won't rent to him anymore. I'm going to be honest with you. So, yeah, this thing does an excellent job for us. Steel bed, holds 1,000 pounds, electric power steering. This thing even has a dump bed hoist. It's awesome. It's really cool.
Yeah, and there's 2-seat and 5-seat available, gas and diesel. Diesel's huge because it means one less thing to think about when you're out on the site. But
yeah,
for people who maybe don't know enough about these, they want to learn more, they want to get behind a CAT, what can they do? What are their options?
Oh, there's tons of options, man. Just like our machines, you know, when it comes to acquiring a CAT machine, there's options there too. So maybe you currently have one, that you have the ability to go in and work with your local dealer and rebuild that machine and get it to a certified rebuild standard. So, and even in some cases, maybe that machine, we could add new technology to it, making you even more productive on your job site with your machine, bringing it back to new condition or, you know, new like condition. It's a fantastic system. Or maybe you got a big job coming up, you just need one more tractor, one more excavator, truck, so on and so forth. Go to one of our 800 CAT rental stores throughout the U.S., and those folks can help you out. That's where I got my real nice shovel, by the way.
Like it.
I do too. It works really good. And then beyond that, we have the opportunity to go and get CAT certified used. So you're ready for a purchase. Maybe you don't want to write the big check, you know, for a bright new shiny machine. Well, we've got those CAT certified used machines. We've got certain criteria that those machines have to meet before we even do our 140-point inspection, and then we sell those as CAT certified used. Perfect scenario for a lot of people. And then, of course, doesn't matter if you want a 301.5 or a 994 or a CS56 or maybe that 313 GC over there, you can always buy new. And with CAT Financial, we've got the opportunity for 0%.
That's a big deal, man. That is a big deal. I mean, it's incredible to see how quickly these machines and really these operators turn this arena into this great showpiece, this display. These guys, they really are the best of the best, aren't they?
Well, in my opinion, they are, you know, and And just like a lot of our customers, with these guys, you know, it's a family tradition, so to speak. With my family in particular, a lot of my uncles, actually all my uncles were machine operators. You know, Dad was in heavy construction, got into it. I know Josh Hayes out there on that motor grader. His dad was in construction. He was actually also a DI for Caterpillar. His dad was. Brian Kane's dad is a contractor back at home. Tyler, his brothers are all in construction. So, I mean, it's a big deal for us, you know, and these guys, between the 6 of them, they've got 95 years of experience in the field. That's not Caterpillar experience. That's real world, just like these guys out there moving dirt. And that's why in 30 minutes, they can do all of this. I think it's amazing. And I tell you what, hopefully everyone else did. You guys like the show? Yeah? Come on, it's Friday the 13th. You guys like the show? All right, I like that. Sounds good. Well, we really appreciate your time here. We hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much on behalf of Caterpillar.
We're proud to support you, the titans of the trades. With the next generation of equipment, the most advanced technology, and a whole new range of tools and services to keep you at the top of your game, so you can accomplish what matters most to you.